Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, and your presenter with a special immigration report. Analysis of the Trump administration's move to end TPS for Venezuelans and legal recourse for opposition groups. On January 29, 2025, the Trump administration announced its decision to end temporary protected status, TPS, for over 600,000 Venezuelan migrants currently residing in the United States. This move, led by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, has ignited controversy and concern among immigration advocates, legal experts, and affected individuals. TPS, a humanitarian program established to provide temporary legal status to individuals from countries facing extraordinary conditions such as war or natural disasters, has been a critical relief measure for Venezuelans fleeing economic collapse and political turmoil. The administration's decision aligns with its broader immigration policy stance, emphasizing stricter enforcement and reassessment of humanitarian programs. However, it also raises significant legal questions and potential challenges from advocacy groups, lawmakers, and TPS beneficiaries. This analysis examines the legal options available to those opposing the decision and the pathways Venezuelan migrants can explore to contest the termination of their protected status. Legal and humanitarian context of TPS for Venezuelans. The TPS designation for Venezuelans was originally granted in 2021 under the Biden administration due to Venezuela's deteriorating political and economic conditions. It provided protection against deportation and allowed beneficiaries to obtain work permits. The Trump administration's decision to terminate TPS comes despite ongoing instability in Venezuela, raising concerns about the rationale behind this move. According to Secretary Noem, the rationale for ending TPS includes concerns over national security, border enforcement, and alleged criminal activities among some Venezuelan migrants. However, opponents argue that this decision disproportionately harms individuals who have legally established lives in the U.S. and who would face severe hardships if deported. Potential legal challenges to the termination of TPS. Several legal avenues exist for challenging the termination of TPS, including administrative appeals, federal lawsuits, and congressional intervention. Advocacy groups and affected individuals may pursue the following legal strategies. 1. Challenging the decision under the Administrative Procedure Act, APA. One of the most effective legal avenues for opposing the termination of TPS is through the Administrative Procedure Act, APA. This federal law governs how executive agencies make decisions and ensures that policy changes are neither arbitrary nor capricious. Legal precedents. In 2017, the Trump administration attempted to end TPS for several countries, including El Salvador, Haiti, and Sudan. Advocacy groups and affected individuals challenged these decisions in federal court, arguing that they violated the APA by failing to consider humanitarian conditions and potential harm to recipients. In Ramos v. Nielsen, 2018, a federal judge blocked the termination of TPS for multiple countries, ruling that the government had failed to justify its decision adequately. A similar legal argument could be made in the case of Venezuelan TPS recipients. Plaintiffs could argue that the Trump administration's decision was politically motivated rather than based on an objective assessment of conditions in Venezuela. 2. Equal protection and due process challenges. Opponents may also argue that the termination of TPS for Venezuelans violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. If there is evidence that the decision disproportionately targets Venezuelan migrants while other groups remain protected under TPS, this could form the basis of a legal challenge. Additionally, affected individuals may claim that their due process rights have been violated. Under U.S. law, non-citizens with lawful status, such as TPS holders, are entitled to due process protections. Courts may be asked to determine whether the administration provided sufficient justification and procedural fairness in terminating TPS. What can affected Venezuelan migrants do? Venezuelan TPS holders facing the threat of deportation have several options to consider. 1. Seeking asylum or withholding of removal. Many Venezuelans who previously held TPS may be eligible to apply for asylum or withholding of removal under U.S. immigration law. Asylum seekers must demonstrate a well-founded fear of persecution based on race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. Given Venezuela's political climate, many migrants could argue that they face persecution if deported. While asylum applications are subject to strict deadlines, generally within 1 year of arrival, TPS holders may qualify for exceptions due to changing circumstances. 2. Adjustment of status through family or employment-based sponsorship. Some TPS holders may be eligible for legal residency through family or employer sponsorship. Those married to U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents may apply for adjustment of status. Similarly, those with employment-based visas may explore sponsorship opportunities through their employers. 3. Deferred action and prosecutorial discretion. In previous TPS-related legal battles, courts have sometimes granted temporary injunctions delaying deportations. Additionally, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has discretion to grant deferred action on a case-by-case basis, allowing individuals to remain in the U.S. while legal challenges unfold. Potential impact on U.S. communities and the economy. The termination of TPS for Venezuelans would not only affect individual migrants but also have broader economic and social consequences. Many TPS recipients contribute significantly to the U.S. workforce, particularly in industries facing labor shortages. According to the Center for American Progress, over 80% of TPS holders are employed, contributing billions of dollars in economic activity annually. Deporting Venezuelan TPS holders could result in labor shortages in key sectors, including healthcare, construction, and hospitality. Additionally, U.S. cities with large Venezuelan populations, such as Miami, Houston, and New York, could experience disruptions in communities where TPS holders have established deep ties. The Trump administration's decision to end TPS for Venezuelans is a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy, carrying profound legal, economic, and humanitarian implications. Advocacy groups, legal experts, and affected individuals have multiple avenues to challenge the termination, including lawsuits under the Administrative Procedure Act, equal protection claims, and asylum petitions. While litigation may delay or block the termination, long-term solutions require congressional action to provide permanent legal protections for TPS holders. As the situation unfolds, it remains critical for Venezuelan migrants and their advocates to explore legal options and push for legislative solutions that uphold humanitarian principles and the rule of law.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.